This would be great. I don't know if you on it. Yeah. You do. I figured you probably came. Awesome. Yeah.
There we go, man.
Thanks a lot.
I wouldn't stand in front of me if I were Whoa!
Oh my God!
Look at
All right.
Here, hold this. Do you have any idea what this is?
Yeah, I was just telling Greg, I brought one of the old magazines with the history of BMX, going all the way back to the 70s, which predates me, so I do know what this is.
You know Wendy's picture with Clinton doing the tabletop?
Yes, and isn't...
Classic, iconic picture?
Yes. This is it?
Yeah, so guard this with your life. And this is a big June 222 with this event here. This is a big deal. Don't smear that. It's probably
Logic behind the Miami hop up.
Yeah.
And I teach this even to this day, even on basic peg hops. Because people, I said, you don't need to hammer something. So I'm going to show you. Take a basketball, you drop it, and it rebounds naturally. Drop it, it rebounds naturally. So when you do a hop, you go down when it wants to go down and up when it wants to go up. You're not jackhammering it.
No.
So you're not pounding it, you're bending your forks and your wheel.
You're feeling it, you're going back with it.
Yeah. So the perfect example is when I was doing the no-hander.
Yeah, that's just sick.
No no-handers, because I'm doing no-hander because I'm going where the bike wants to go.
Yeah.
Right. Just relax. Do. But if you're just like, so I get guys that, so what
They're
I
actually trying to do it like that, huh?
back hops on their peg, and I'll watch, I can see any rider do any trick and I can correct them in a second. They'll put their foot on their peg like this, right? So all their weight is straight down, they're slamming. I said, now get over here and use a natural spring of your ankle and just go like this. I said, like you're jump roping. Light. You're not. So what I've learned as time goes on, and I'm actually, it's kind of like a martial arts. You're making it all easier now, where I don't have to use as much brakes or no brakes at all.
Yeah.
And I'm just finessing the bike, and I'm just pumping it around, and it's a dance with the bike. You and the bike become one.
Yeah.
And so it's not that hard. It's not that. So when people ask me, hey, can you do that trick in the rad where I do the pogo like this, the tail goes around? I can do about 10 of those. My legs are like this. So in the early days of freestyle, there was no difference between a BMX bike and a freestyle bike.
Yeah.
Why? Because it was race geometry, maybe with aesthetic changes.
Yes.
But basically it was still, they made a jig, this was established, that was established, that was established. Okay, so everybody was riding a BMX bike and we had to adjust our bodies to the bike. And eventually, when I did the first Torquer 1, we changed all the rules and made a bike for freestyle. That's when Bob Harrell was doing his, I was doing my torque at the same time. And then as time went on, me and Magoo went to GT and we got to change things. Because Eddie was riding a Performer, right, which was basically a BMX bike with a bend in it.
Yes.
Same fork rake and everything. And then when we did the 87, the S-bend that I designed, I said, now we got to change things to make it for the rider. I said, so, for example, I said, I need a place to stand back here for crickets. I need a place for flails. I need a place for cherry pickers, and I need a proper frame stand. So once that got established, because those were the tricks that were being used at that time, now the foundation was they're like, we're not going to build a bike the old way anymore. We're going to rethink the sport, because now the sport looks like it's going to have a long-term run, right? So they started developing actual things for freestyle bikes. Right?
there's a law that got switched over back in the early 2000s, and it's an extreme law. And they said, you come into this park, you're gonna get hurt. Guaranteed. If you don't want to get hurt, don't go into the park. But if you're okay to get hurt,
Come on in.
come on in. But you're gonna get hurt. But you gotta sign this. You're gonna get hurt if you come inside the park. So that's why they let all these free new city skate parks open up.
I was wondering about that liability.
Yeah.
Right, so there's no liability because it literally there's a sign right before you get into the skate park says you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
You don't want to get hurt, don't go inside the park. That covers it for them. You know? Now take it, if there's some rebar sticking out of the pool, then it's the park's fault. But, you know, the parks are pretty clean, and now the new thing is the pump tracks. You know, really smooth, fun, and there's a ton of kids on it, and it lets everybody ride. And it's just, that's what I've been riding lately is the pump tracks. And the wife, I tell the wife, I'm gonna go ride the pump track. I'm gonna go work out. She says, you're gonna go have fun. Just because I have a smile on my face doesn't mean it's not a workout.
So do you still got your own your trophies from the skate parks? I mean, do you still? If you had one,
I have some trophies. I literally just sold a trophy.
Oh, okay.
And sold one of my bikes.
Yeah. Like a King of Skate Parks trophy.
Like a King of Skate Parks trophy and a King of the Skate Parks bike.
Oh, nice. Wow.
That I wasn't planning on selling. It wasn't for sale at the moment.
Yeah.
The guy came up to me and he said, "Hey, do you have anything for sale? Do you have any bikes?" I go, "I don't have anything. These are all sold out. Those are all sold out. I have one bike, but it's not really for sale." He goes, "Everything's for sale."
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Everything's got a price.
Yes.
So I'm thinking,
He'll take a
ridiculous
I
amount.
gave him a ridiculous amount.
And he gave up for it.
We didn't fall for it. He knew. Okay, this is it. His idea, and it made total sense after literally coming to one of these shows. He's got 4 bikes there. Each one of these bikes are worth, here's 5,000, there's 3,000, there's 2,000, there's another 5,000. You put all these bikes together. Now, who owns these bikes? The guy does. Did RL own a bike? Did Mike Buff own the bike? Did Mike Dominguez own the bike? Did Eddie Field own the bike? No. So he wants a certain bike that he's willing to pay the price that he doesn't have to have 20. He has the one. It's going to cost him 20.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I know you'd never say the price, but I have a feeling
but I didn't think anybody would pay that type of money for a bike that I would.
And he'll take really good care of it too. You don't have to worry about it anymore.
It's gonna. The guy, and when I met the guy, great guy, great guy, awesome guy. And it is going to go to a great home and in a man cave where it's sitting in my rafters collecting dust and not doing anything anymore.
For sure.
So.
Yes. Oh yeah. Woohoo! Oh yeah, here we go. Woo! Front wheel hops. Oh. Woo! Yeah.
Yes. I got something. I don't know what it is, but.
Surfer. Surfer.
Not knee shoes.
Come on.
That ain't gonna fit. Oh, let's see if this will work. Ready?
Oh no, what? Yes. Yes.
All right, that's it.
Okay. Woo! Yeah.
Whole nother show. That's a whole nother show. You gotta pay for
Throwing the hat out.
We want to just ask you, like, what was it like? What did it do to your life to be on the cover of Freestyle? And if you can sum it up in 10 seconds, that would be awesome. So sorry.
Oh no, it was we'd been to every Sunday. Riders would meet at Golden Gate Park, and we'd been there a couple times before. And then we heard that I think my partner Rich Avella, other trick team half, told me about Bob Osborne was gonna be there shooting photos one day, and then we came down, and who knows that would happen. In fact, I thought it was so brilliant that I don't know who picked the photo, but my number plate wasn't even always all the way on. I thought that was kind of added to how cool it was. It was just kind of so unplanned out. Just, yeah, real. That's a good description. But it just happened. I remember I knew nothing about it, and one day I came home from school. I used to get off at noon before lunch. I came home and I get the mail, and there's a picture of me in the cover of the first freestyle magazine ever, which was crazy because there was no such thing as freestyle magazine, and it was up until that point would be all you do is look for you get BMX Action, you go right to the hot shots and you look at the hot shots, or if there's like some there'd be like a Bob RL thing once in a while, and you just salivate over that, and then the first freestyle magazine came out, and then it's me on the cover. And I just remember like flying in my car back to school to show my friends and about this, check it out, it's me on the cover. It was just insane. But that was the start of everything. I mean, the start of freestyling. There was no freestyling magazine up until that point, and it was monumental. And I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it was your decision to come out with a magazine, and that's just like grabbing it by the horns and directing it, which is the whole story of the evening.
You know what, Joe? That picture, that cover, Andy, where'd he go? Changed the world.
It really did.
Is that a Golden Gate Park?
Yeah, Golden Gate Park, San Francisco. Every Sunday, the riders around the Bay Area would meet there, and it'd be like a jam circle going on, and they closed down Golden Gate Park all the way to the ocean, which is a long ride, and so there's tons of people going through on skateboards or roller skates or whatever, and there'd always be a giant circle of people watching, and it was always incredible because no one ever had seen freestyle at that time in the world, and then we're all meeting there, and guys are taking a turn doing tricks, and people would be yelling, and it was just a magical time that couldn't be recreated, and then Oz was there to capture it. It's pretty amazing. but even just coming out of the freestyle magazine itself was just a monumental moment because it was nothing like that.
It was a leap in cycling evolution, really. I mean, it's a whole new genre, and you guys put it on the map, that magazine, and it's a very big deal.
You know, that cover, look at that cover. I don't know how good you can see it up here, but Wilkerson just kind of, I don't know how to describe this. He just kind of said, freestyle was a new thing then, new thing. Not counting the earlier stuff with heroin, whatever. But look at Wilkerson in that picture. He's kind of, that is freestyle. That is just some kind of free, wild expression of, I don't know, something absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah, then we got an interview in the magazine, which was just mind-blowing in itself, because we were just two guys, and we were me and Rich both worked at Round Table Pizza in high school, and then we decided to form a freestyle team and quit our jobs at Round Table, and then we started doing shows, and I was like the de facto manager, and I was hustling us getting shows, and we started doing shows every weekend, and because it was so brand new, no one had ever seen freestyle before anywhere, and so we were professional BMX riders in high school.
How old were you?
I was in high school, so we were 18 when our senior year.
These guys, think about this a second. These two guys sitting here, these two guys are historic. I'm serious. This is 40 years later, these two guys changed the world.
Well, starting with the first freestyle magazine that ever happened.
Eddie, we gotta keep it real quick, but you have to tell the story of the first photo session with Bob.
Yeah.
You have to. How that unfolded, because it's like a movie.
Test. Is it on? Ready? Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
No.
I gotta stand up because I'm visual. So I'm a kid. I'm a normal kid. I'm one of the kids that used to, get the magazines. And having one of the first magazines with Tinker Juarez on the cover, and I had that on my wall. I had Harry Leary on my wall. I had Stu Thompson on my wall. I had Greg Hill on my wall. I had all these guys, and I looked up to all of these guys because they had the style. So anyhow, seeing Tinker at the skate park, that's what I wanted to do. I seen that and I wanted to do that. Every day I was at the skate park riding my bike, except for this one day that I showed up to the skate park without my bike. And Bob Osborne is there doing a photo session with Timmy Judge. And I've never seen Timmy at the skate park before. I'm going, he can't ride this place. This is my park. My park, and he can't ride this place. And I see Bob.
But just a minute, how was he doing?
I didn't stay. Because
pretty fucking good.
I bet he was doing pretty good.
I didn't stay because I told Bob, I'm going, how long are you guys going to be here? Will you be here when I get back? I got to go get my bike. You got to see me ride. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. I live 5 miles away. I ran the whole way home. I rode my bike back. And Bob has his bag over his shoulder. He's literally walking out the door. And I'm walking in, and I go, 5 minutes, please, just 5 minutes. And I'm sure he's heard this 1,000 times from kids that want his photo, the photos taken. And he's got his bag on his shoulder, and I remember the run. I rode into the skate park, into the freestyle area. I rode around the snake run. I rolled down. I did a big tabletop on one side. I rode around the other part of the snake run, and I come out doing a 360, and I land on top. And I land, and I'm able to see Bob where he's standing. And I see him take his bag off and start pulling out his cameras.
Yeah, like maybe I better take a picture or two of this.
And that changed my life. And I got to do what I love to do for the rest of my life.
Okay, let me do this. Eddie's gonna cry. So let me do this. Do you have that picture? You gonna put it up? Okay, so this kid, I'm taking pictures of Timmy Judge, who is major, okay? And this kid's, actually, the way I remember it, somebody else told me, that guy over there is pretty good. And I'm going, okay. And so this kid comes up and he says, hey, whatever he said. And I said, okay. And he says, but I gotta go get my bike. And he took off running. And I don't know how he's, no, I'm serious. Levi's, I don't know what kind of shirt you were wearing. And so, okay, I'm trying to tire of photographing. I want to go back and have dinner and stuff like that. And I'm about ready to leave because I didn't realize how far his house was away. Okay, this is how I remember it. I don't care how he remembers it. And so, as I remember it, he came back and he had his bike. So I got my camera out and I said, okay, let's do something. And boom! That son of a gun I almost did it again, didn't I? Anyway, I was speechless. I was just the style, the height, I don't know. Well, that's another one of those moments.
The attitude.
Changed. You don't have it? Oh crap! Does anybody have a magazine with Field's first picture in it out here? That one you have doesn't have it in it? I don't think so. I flipped through it, but anyway, that was another one. There were a lot of moments, but that was one of those moments that changed the world.
Yeah,
This guy here was right, Levi's right off the bat, just some kid, and bam. I can't describe it any better than that.
Yeah, you know, I like I said, it changed my life. It gave me a job to do. People paid me to ride my bike for a long time, and that changed it to where I got into the stunt industry. And instead of getting paid to ride my bike, I got paid to fall off of it. So, and that's it. That's the photo right there. Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking at the picture, and I guess you guys probably can't see it out there. But the style, let's see, Levi's t-shirt, yellow belt, helmet,
SE quad angle, Webco Max.
elbow things. And he's flying, but the style of that aerial is just gorgeous. You want to see that? That's changed the world. Right there, changed the world.
I just want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to be in the magazines. And I know that there was a standard that every picture that I saw in the magazines, everybody wore a uniform. Everybody had a sponsor, and it looked great. And that's what I wanted to be. And I showed up in t-shirt and Levi's, and I'm going, there's no way I'm going to be in the magazines. And like Ronnie, I got the magazines and I brought it to school, and I showed everybody that, look, I'm somebody. I got there.
Yeah.